Hey folks, what's going on? It's Pastor Hassan, and here's what's happening in the next few days. So first up, we're going to have prayer meeting on tomorrow. That's Wednesday, March 24th, and it's going to happen tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. So please do join us if you can. Come pray with us as we seek our God, that He would do great things in our lives and in the world around us for His glory. And then on Friday, March 26th is when we're going to have our next devotional. So tune in for that. That's going to happen at 9 o'clock in the morning. And hopefully that'll be of some encouragement to those of you who are able to tune in then. And then next up is on Sunday, March 28th. It's Palm Sunday. And this is actually going to be our first Sunday back in person for those of you who missed the last announcement. So as of a couple of weeks ago, a week ago, I lose track now, we are able, according to the city requirements, to meet at 15% capacity here at the church. And so that's going to put us at least 30 people. We're still doing some investigation to see whether or not we're able to utilize the balcony space, in which case that's going to free up at least like 7, maybe 8 more spots. So that'll put us at 38 people. Now, in the event that we max out that number, this is less than ideal, but what, in all likelihood, what will happen is we'll have an overflow space in the fireside room. So we are allowed to meet at 15% capacity of that space as well. And so what we would do then is we'll be live streaming the service for those who can't make it in person at all. And so those who, if there are any people who have to end up being in the fireside room, you'll be able to watch the sermon from the TV screen there. It's not the same as being right in here, but at the very least we'll be together on this coming Sunday. And so that's what's going to happen. And so we just want to remind you of some of the basic protocol that we put in place. The last time that we were able to meet in person, we want to ask everybody to just do a little bit of a self-assessment. At the City of Toronto actually has a self-assessment tool to just ask a few basic questions to figure out, okay, should I be attending public gatherings and that sort of thing, just kind of screening yourself for any symptoms of COVID and that sort of thing. But we'll also do a brief little screening, just ask a couple yes or no questions as you enter or arrive at the building on Sunday. And then we're going to do our best to maintain social distancing. So what that's going to look like is, instead of having just like people showing up and coming in, you're going to be escorted to the front by one of our ushers and then seated accordingly. And so you'll remember we have the pews. Every other pew is covered up and will be cleaned and are taped off so that we have basically two available seating sections on the pews with a 2-meter separation between them. And so we're going to seat everybody as orderly as possible from front to back. And as I said, maintaining social distancing as we do that. And then in terms of the exiting of the building as well, we want to try to maintain social distancing. And so rather than there being okay, you know, we're dismissed, mad dash to the back door, we want to dismiss people row by row in an orderly fashion so that we can maintain social distancing. And in terms of communion, this is not the first Sunday, but seeing as it's the first Sunday back for us in a long while, we will participate in communion together. And I realize that is discouraged at the city level, but we don't pass the tray like we normally would, and we don't practice drinking from a common cup and that sort of thing. And so we believe that we can do it in a way that is safe. And so just a quick refresher, the way that we do that is we have, it'll probably be myself and Mr. Bonner handing out the elements to individuals as they come. And so we'll both have gloves on. Mr. Bonner will hand each individual a cup with a gloved hand, and I'll have gloves and a set of tongs that I would use to hand each individual a cracker. And so we'll take communion that way together. It'll just be good to be reminded of the Lord's death on our behalf anytime, and but particularly as we are sort of in that last push of the Easter season, with Good Friday coming up on next week, and of course Palm Sunday this Sunday, and then Easter following next week. And so that's what's going to happen. We're going to observe the Lord's table together, and the service will be from 10:45 till 11:45. We try to keep it tight, keep it right around an hour, just in keeping with the city's recommendations that we keep our services short. And so I'm going to also ask and encourage people that I know there's going to be an eagerness for us to just be together and to talk and so on. But again, so long as you're in the building, let's maintain social distancing, keep your masks on. If in the event after the service you want to congregate on the lawn there, again, we want to keep social distancing in mind. But feel free, assuming the weather will be nice on Sunday, to hang out and talk with one another. But again, bearing in mind the safety precautions that we need to keep in place. So that's going to happen Sunday morning at 10:45, Palm Sunday service. We're going to meet together. And this Sunday afternoon on the 28th, in lieu of the normal discussion group, the youth group is actually going to meet via Zoom at 2 o'clock. And so for those of you who were able to join on last time, we met about a month ago. We're going to have the follow-up meeting to that. If you didn't make the last meeting, I would encourage you to tune in at 2 o'clock, and I'll send out the invitation for that, hopefully by Thursday at the latest, on Friday. And then on Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock, junior church is going to happen from 4 to 4:30, followed by Sunday school, which will take place at 6:30. And so that's going to round out the week for us, brothers and sisters. I would encourage you to be praying as we meet back. Again, I know it's a little bit frustrating, maybe even a little bit confusing, all the starts and stops. We get going for a little while after having not met for a long time, and then we had to stop for a long time again. And but in the midst of all of that, Lord, let's not forget all of the things that we have to be thankful to the Lord for. We have so much to be grateful for in the face of all of the challenges that have come our way. And so let me just encourage you to be praying with and for one another, and praying for us and the work of Thistletown Baptist Church as we continue to go forward in the strength that the Lord supplies. So I love y'all. If you need to get a hold of me, like hit my cell phone, send me an email, however you need to get a hold of me, or touch base with one of the board members if you need to, and keep checking on one another, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, take care and have a good day. God bless.